He's going all over the place, and his stamina, Maria, I've never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, I've just never seen it.
Eric Trump was interviewed by Fox News' Maria Bartiromo in a Kafkaesque moment. It's been a while since I pulled that word out, okay? So please don't come after me. In a Kafkaesque moment, Eric Trump says that his dad has such stamina and is just so tough. I want to remind you, Trump's falling asleep in court every day. And Eric Trump is on national television bragging about his dad's stamina.
Right, he's going all over the place, and his stamina, Maria, I've never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, I've just never seen it. He'll be in trial all day long, relentlessly being attacked by
sleeping. He's in trial sleeping.
A corrupt judge, you know, whose literally family is apparently profiting off of this whole thing, only to step out and go do events at bodegas and wake up and speak to union workers and go to Michigan and go to Pennsylvania and go to Ohio and go to all the other swing states. The guy is really a remarkable human being, and I love him to death, and I'm proud of him. And I think the whole world knows his backbone and his toughness, and it's exactly who we need behind the Resolute desk in Washington, D.C. It's the exact person we need in the Oval Office.
The stamina of Trump, who is napping every single day in court while referring to Joe Biden as Sleepy Joe, is just a level of vigor and energy to contend with. Do you think Eric resents his dad for destroying his entire family's reputation and legacy to the extent that they ever had one before this political fiasco started? You think his kids overall look at him and say, why? Why did you do this? We did have a nice life before you did this. Eric Trump says his dad is drawing huge crowds at his criminal trial. I mean, you can't write this stuff. The obsession with crowds, even at criminal trials. And by the way, nobody's showing up to these criminal trials. Trump wanted protesters to show up outside the courthouse. I think 6 people showed up.
President Trump sitting in that courtroom all day.
You know, Maria, it's a law of unintended consequences, and the Democrats, for whatever reason, haven't figured this out, and they mess it up every single time. No different than Russia, no different than everything else. It's the law of unintended consequences. Biden goes to Pennsylvania, and 0 people show up. Literally, I go to any rally, and I have 100 times more people than Biden had 2 weeks ago in Pennsylvania.
He has 100 times more than 0. You tell me what happens when you multiply by 0.
Yeah, my father, at 6:30 in the morning, goes out, and he has every union worker on the biggest job in New York chanting USA, USA, USA before they're even opening their eyes. That's how early it is.
Right.
He goes to Harlem, and he has massive crowds around a bodega, and this is literally a pop-up event. Right?
Remember that it was staged and planned in advance.
So with all the power of Air Force One and with all the power of the executive branch, Biden can't have anybody show up. Yet my father is drawing these massive crowds, is fundraising the likes of which no one has ever seen.
President Trump.
It's all the likes of which no one has ever seen before. So continuing the cult of personality, Trump's own kids push it. Nobody's showing up outside the trial, and Trump desperately saying, people have to show up here. People need to show up here in order to be able to show their support. Otherwise, we're not going to have a country. And then lastly, almost a staple now of any interview that Eric Trump does, he previously complained about Dwayne Reed or previously complained about CVS. And now he's saying he's having trouble because of skin lotion being behind locked plexiglass at pharmacies. Really a very specific issue that Eric Trump is having.
And they're going after a guy for a $130,000 payment? Every day they close the courtroom. You know, they close the streets around the court. It costs 20 times that. Every time they shut down the FDR Drive, it costs 50 times that. No one believes it. All while in New York, you can't go into Dwayne Reed. You can't go into CVS and buy skin lotion because it has to be locked behind plexiglass because theft is so high. And the DA's entire focus is Donald Trump?
You know, it's funny because I don't know what the plexiglass in front of the skin lotion has to do with the prosecution of Trump after an investigation that has nothing to do with plexiglass at CVS. But I will admit, I went in to buy my hair product the other day, and it was behind glass. And I had to go up there with my hat in my hands and say to the CVS employee, please, I need it. I can't do my show without it. Give me that sweet, sweet hair stuff. And they unlocked it for me, and I bought it. So that absolutely is a process that I had to go through. And this is a regular for Eric Trump. I do want to remind you that he previously bemoaned that when it was Advil, that this was a problem.
in New York City. Homelessness is through the roof. I went into Dwayne Reed the other day, and literally you can't buy Advil in Dwayne Reed without having somebody come up with a key and unlock, those little plastic things that you pick up, because there's so much looting in the city. I mean, the city is going to hell.
Yeah. The Advil and the skin lotion, he's just really, really busy with a lot of this stuff. So listen, I don't think, I've never thought that Eric Trump was necessarily the smart one. But these failed apologetics for his father really aren't convincing anyone. There is a devoted cult that no matter what happens, no matter what anyone says, will vote for the guy. But my hope is, my serious hope, is that enough of those who choose to vote in enough states see the reality of Trump, and we put Trumpism in the dustbin of history, okay? The way Ron DeSanctimonious used to say. It's getting warmer out there, so make sure you're prepared. Unfortunately, for some of the gentlemen, the weather warming up does have a downside, and it's the sticking and the readjusting and the chafing when the humidity kicks in. But our sponsor, Sheath Underwear, will keep you comfortable. Sheath is the underwear ergonomically designed with separate compartments in the front, keeping everything comfortable, dry and fresh all day long. No more moisture, chafing. Everything can breathe. You won't even realize how much you needed this until the first time you try it. Sheath underwear is especially awesome to sleep in. It's a whole new level of comfort at night you didn't even know was possible. Many colors and varieties to choose from. You'll find something you like. They even have a line of super quality women's underwear designed with comfort in mind. Sheath has more than 10,000 five-star reviews, fast shipping, and world-class customer service. Go to sheathunderwear.com/Pacman and get 20% off with the code Pacman, and the link is down below.